Engage is back.
Yes, they are. And with one of the hottest new launches on the market, the Pursuit Pro is what some are calling the most competitive Engage paddle to ever hit the market.
The Pursuit Pro line is bringing out their two most popular shapes in the traditional two thicknesses. You've got the MX, which is the elongated with a 5 3/4 inch handle. That comes in both a 1/2 inch and a 6/10 inch core, thick and thin. And with the EX, it too comes in both the 13 mil, which is the 1/2 inch, and the 6/10 inch core. So two thicknesses on the standard paddle as well. But that's not what you notice right away. What do you notice right away, Joseph?
Well, the Engage Pursuit got kind of an upgrade when it comes to aesthetics, and we're finally seeing some differentiation from the influx of just black raw carbon fiber paddles on the market. Engage has invested in some better printing so that now we can see this kind of classic target shape that's showing you exactly where on the paddle that sweet spot should be.
Big investment and looks great. Now you're gonna know when you see an Engage raw carbon, it's an Engage raw carbon fiber. They've also done something with the edge guard. What have they done there?
So they've introduced a uniform guard technology, and that's encouraging, and I'm hoping it leads to far fewer loose edge guards on this paddle and a solid playing experience for longer.
And inside that edge guard, they've got vortex barrier edge technology. Engage does this differently than many of the competitors, where you'll find foam all around the perimeter of the paddle. What Engage is doing is injecting the foam into the paddle at the sweet spot. It widens up that sweet spot, provides you some perimeter weighting, and in addition, dampens some of that vibration that you feel in a paddle. So really a unique way to do something that others are doing with foam all the way around the paddle.
Yeah, we love to see Engage innovating. And on that same theme of innovation, the biggest change with the Pro line is the introduction of raw T700 Toray carbon fiber for the face.
And what I loved about it is that when you hit this, you feel like you're hitting an Engage paddle, but because of that raw carbon fiber buildup, you're really getting a nice soft feel. That dampening they talk about, you really feel when you play this paddle. And that's a big difference. A raw carbon fiber paddle being made here in the US.
Yeah, I love to see US manufacturers taking on the latest technology. You know, Engage's black core that you mentioned that has that classic crisp feel when you hit the ball is still there. But you get some dampening from that raw carbon fiber face that gives it what I like to call power steering to like a classic car.
Yes, I feel like before you had a real muscle paddle, right? Something that you'd hit and you'd always feel that this has a little bit easier way to get that power going, and the additional spin capability is also there as well.
Yeah, so on top of that raw T700 Toray carbon fiber, there's a mouthful. Similar to other raw carbon fiber paddles, we're seeing a high quality peel ply resin texture that's actually cured into the carbon fiber itself. And similar to other raw carbon fiber paddles, and some are saying even better with how well this is being challenged on tour, that's producing long-lasting grit and spin capabilities that are just boosting what the original Pursuit had going for it.
Yeah, I love that Engage is known as a power brand, and they haven't gone away from that. There's still that feel to it. But that extra control you get, that extra spin, you're able to go a little bit higher at some balls knowing that they're going to come down. They've really done a nice job moving forward with the Pursuit Pro.
And the innovation doesn't stop there. Engage is using their counterbalance technology in the Pro. It's actually moving the balance point down on the paddle, making it a little quicker in the hands. And I was really happy to see that those numbers reflected using that head 4-in-1 machine. And we're seeing a slightly lower balance point without losing much of the swing weight or twist weight capabilities of the original Pursuits.
So you've got a paddle that feels the same, has that pop, but is more maneuverable as we move that balance point down the paddle.
Exactly, yeah, the original Pursuits are fantastic paddles. The Pursuit Pro is just taking these incremental, improvements and applying them to every part of the paddle, just creating a better experience on court overall.
And it's funny how some small differences can really translate into what it feels like on the court. And we certainly noticed that hitting this today. So Joseph, with those measurements, You did find one outlier. What was that?
The tank. So almost every one of these paddles tested lower in swing weight and twist weight than the original Pursuits, but the MX 6.0 Pro had the highest swing weight of any paddle we've tested today.
And when you're on the court, you feel a little bit of that head heaviness, but what's beautiful about this paddle is if you want to reset, you don't have to do anything. We were having balls driven at us, being able to keep that right in front and see the ball drop into the kitchen was a beautiful thing. It helps with an elongated paddle to have a little more stability too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that swing weight's high. It is a little tougher to swing, and we've got a really, really long 5 3/4 inch handle that's helping us maneuver that paddle and move that weight through the air. And then when the ball comes at you, the paddle just does so much work for you. It really is a Cadillac in the lineup. And I think people are gonna really enjoy something a little bit different than they've played before.
It's a beast. It's a beast. And you know, holding this reminds me of the other piece that we really like about this paddle. We're seeing a different end cap and shape to the handle.
Yeah, they've just continued that iteration of improvement on every little thing. And they've got kind of a standard octagonal butt cap, which matches up with the rest of the racket sports industry. And they've gone and sealed the sides of the handle, giving you a more solid feel when you grab the grip and connecting you more to the paddle and to your shot.
Interesting. They did it a little bit differently than maybe some others, but now it feels like a high-end paddle from the moment you pick it up. Before you even hit it on the court, you can feel performance in the new Pro line. You can get them all where?
At PickleballCentral.com.